Good.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, family, children of all ages? It is good to see you again. We are your brothers in arms, and it is currently a whopping 9:55 on the Eastern Sunday, July 26th.
Mm-hmm.
Life happens, but you know what? You're not a day short or a day late. What's that? A day late and a dollar short?
Day late and a dollar short.
Day late and a dollar short. At least we're not there tonight. So that's the thing. But we are your brothers in arms. We are three brothers, same mother and father. And currently, us, hello, are in
Hi.
the same household. We're actually in our mother and father's household. Alex over here on my left, here below me, or actually right here to my right. It's gonna be fun.
Just put a pop in his screen for a
What's
second.
happening?
Wait.
But the delay is hilarious. Yeah.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't,
Doesn't work that
doesn't
way.
work that way, Alex.
Doesn't
I
work
wish
that
you
way,
could, man.
Wait, hold on.
Uh,
Doesn't work that way either.
That was
Sorry,
funny.
man.
Mm-hmm.
But this is episode 32.
Hey, we're as old as I am.
32. We're as old as the middle guy.
Mm-hmm.
The middle guy. And it is good.
I point this way, but he's actually up here or there.
He's,
Yeah, right there.
Is that
Got it.
That way.
and Alex is just pointing to his cat somewhere.
No cat.
Oh.
It's all right. We love you.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an interesting thing. So we're here tonight just for this chance meeting. My doing what I have been able or privileged to do in the summertime is to go visit my grandparents growing up. And we'll talk more about our summer fun as we have in the last episode. We're not done with that.
Mm-mm.
But it just so happens to coincide with Greg and his daughter and visiting here, and what a blessing that turned out to be. So here we are, and very excited to experience this together. So Alex, wish you were here.
Definitely.
Same.
Definitely wish you were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. But we know with work and all that jazz, you're limited to what you can do.
Not for me.
I got 1
We
week
could
left.
talk about that. We could talk about that tonight too.
Yeah, we'll get there. Definitely.
1 week. Oh.
So, being at mom and dad's house, we obviously pick up some interesting coffee time. Greg's has been through the wash a couple of times.
Just a little bit.
Mine is still trying to figure out what OMG stands. I keep going with obstinate. I don't know why I keep going to that word. But
It's a good word.
It is a good word.
It's a
I
good
can't
word.
spell it, but it's a good word. Alex is working on his head right now, and what you got?
Sponsor us. What?
What was that?
Nothing.
What?
Bonserat?
Bonserat?
I said sponsor
What
us.
language is that? Oh, sponsor. Sponsor.
Oh, sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
Got it. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But who's counting? You know what the funny part is? Greg and I turned to look at each other in the face, and
And
both
I
of
was
our
thinking about
cameras
that.
went this way
Like I keep laughing because I'm like, if I want to talk to Patrick, like I look at him over here,
because he's right here.
but I want to look up.
Yeah.
That's way too much fun.
It's
What-
great. Thank you.
What's great is on the actual stream that we have on Twitch, if you guys look at each other, so the screens actually look towards each other.
Really?
Yeah,
So
but
if I turn this way and Greg turns that way, we actually look at each other on Twitch.
I mean, kind of. Greg's underneath you, so you're both facing the right direction to be talking, but semantics.
But I would have to turn this way, and he would have to turn. Yeah, they're right.
No, you guys
Good.
just went opposite.
Away from each other? What?
Oh,
Oh, so if we
Wait,
look, so
hold
if we,
on. Ready?
Other way.
Did that work?
No. Other way.
Sweet.
Wait, I gotta go this way?
Yep, that works. Nope, Greg, other way.
so like
Yep.
that.
Yep, that works.
Oh man.
Except
We gotta stop. Too
That's-
late.
Patrick's
that's
head
sweet.
ended up in like the top corner, so you could see him looking down. And yeah, completely missing each other. It was pretty great. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I gotta go check out my daughter real quick. So check your bingo card.
You got it, homie.
2 seconds.
Yeah, you guys are having a missed opportunity here. Anyone who's not watching us on Twitch, you're missing out on the visuals, and it's pretty great.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty great.
Again, you can catch these if you are really interested in it
Mm-hmm.
and seeing this craziness. You can catch us on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Put all of these recorded videos up on YouTube just so that, well, I mean, if you really are so inclined to catch us again, you can do it that way. Or you can catch it back issue. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can't you?
Our back issues are in fact on Twitch. You can
So
see them.
twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms Podcast.
Brothers in Arms Podcast. Yep.
So check it out.
You can find us on our Twitter handle at yourBIA Podcast. And as always on YouTube at Brothers in Arms Podcast.
Yeah.
So just so everyone knows, Patrick, my daughter's asleep.
I'm so happy that your daughter is asleep.
Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect.
This is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because
Wait, your daughter's asleep?
she is in fact asleep.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, we're gonna have too much fun. This is what happens. Like you guys, like I don't know if any of you guys watched some of the back episodes, but you definitely like, gentlemen. I think back to when we were all together over Christmas and we got a chance to actually do a live recording for the first time with all of us in the same room.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just 2 of us in here is entertaining as all get out. I can't wait till all 3 of us get back together again.
just make the 3 of us. It's gotta happen.
Yeah,
It's gotta happen. It will happen.
I think I'm just going to drive up to Greg's house every Sunday.
Ooh. Nice.
Come up and visit.
We'll just do our stream from over
Well,
there.
I have been told that he has to do laundry.
Yeah, no, that
Oh,
was
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Did I let the cat out of the bag?
No, you're fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
he needs to do laundry. So he's
Yes,
gonna come to your
yeah.
place.
Mm-hmm.
Come visit and do laundry.
Possibly. We'll see what happens. So
Fingers crossed.
there's
I'm
a-
looking potentially.
there's a new development in that case. So we'll see.
A new development.
Oh,
Okay,
new
very
development.
good.
It's pretty great. So I'm supposed to transfer here on Friday. So basically the same deal that Greg's got. Friday's my last day. The house is going up, probably listing sometime either middle of this week or end of this week. And then I have to figure out what I got to do because when I go to the boat, they have a mandatory 14-day quarantine. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
Well, Greg, you're going to love this. So here's the best part, right? So Greg and I are both going to be on 30 days transfer leave ish,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Amen. 28 technically.
Yeah. I'm only going to get charged for 2.
What?
Only going to get charged for 2.
Shut up.
Yep.
How
So
does that work?
I get 4 days of travel, right? So they take that off.
Right.
So that's, 30 down to 26.
Right.
And then I have a mandatory 14 days of quarantine. And because I have to be on quarantine, they check you in off of leave for that.
Do you have to?
Check you in off.
Yep. Check
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
in
So-
off of leave.
So yeah. So normally. So quick one on like military travel and everything else for all of you non-military folks.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So whenever you move from one duty station to the next,
Okay.
you automatically get a certain number of days, basically travel days, free travel days. It doesn't count against you, and it's based on where you're moving to. So like when I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, I got like 7 days
Okay.
of just free. It's basically free leave.
Mhm.
Now Alex is moving from where he's at right now to Virginia. In this case, he's going to get 4. Now I'm moving, for me, where I'm moving in New York down to Virginia, because it's closer, I only get 2 free travel days.
Mhm.
But on top of that, normally, when you detach from a unit, you'll have a window. So they don't just be like, oh, go from here to here and just as fast as possible. They'll say, okay, you can detach, you can leave your current unit no earlier than this date, and then you have to be at your new unit no later than this date. And traditionally, it's a month. Um, yeah, you get a whole month, and you actually made your bingo card in. I'm
Yeah.
so envious. We gotta fix that.
It's printed. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh wow.
yeah, that's his is on his phone, and then
Ah.
he just marks it with a
Yep.
camera.
Shh, no looky.
I need to look because I need to come up with some ideas
No
for you
looky.
two. But no, so that's how it normally works for us. So in this case, normally it's a 30-day window. So you get 2 days of, or however many days of travel.
Right.
So of those days that based on when you leave is free. And then whatever else is left, I mean, like technically I could check into my new unit tomorrow if I wanted to.
Wow.
I could just go. But what most people do is they'll no,
No.
no, no. I'm taking the time off. I need to decompress.
Same.
But no. So basically, we move from one duty station to the next, and we can any of that other leave, that time between when we detach from our current unit and get to our new unit is just counted as vacation time. Is against us. So I have a boatload of vacation time saved up anyway. So it's like, okay, cool, whatever. I'll probably take. Thank you, Google. Yeah, my phone just turned on. I'll take the maximum amount of time possible, and then check into my new unit when basically at the end of the time frame next month.
That's allotted.
Exactly.
That's nice. That's
But-
real nice.
Now Alex, on the other hand, what he's getting to do, explain very, very envious, is because his unit requires him to quarantine. They're just going to take the quarantine time during his
30 days
30
of
days
transfer.
of movement time. So 14 days or 15 days of that travel time, or no later than check-in. But here's the thing that gets me, Boyle. Do you actually have to check into the unit? Are they going to make you show up early and check in and
No.
then go on? Or are they? Wow.
That's a health and safety risk, shipmate.
Hey, I'm in the area. Wow.
So 14 days for that, and then my last command didn't give me house hunting leave.
Oh, don't use that for that, dude. You use that once you check in. Oh, wait a minute, wait. You're taking the 10 days from your last unit, and then you're going to take another 10 when you get there.
So taking 30 days of leave and getting charged for 2. My man.
Wow.
Yikes. So you talk about getting charged. So is that like this is vacation time that you can pack on somewhere else, or
Technically.
Yep.
are
So
these like floating holidays that you're able to use?
yeah,
or-
so whenever you're on leave, you get paid for it, right? We're Greg and I are essentially salary, okay?
Okay.
And every month you rack up 2.5 days of leave. So it's just the thing. So it works out for every year you get 30 days. So it's just the way that things works out, because military, technically we work 24/7. There is no downtime. If they call us and say, "Hey, this needs to happen," okay, well, this needs to happen. We go. There are
Pack
no
your bag.
yeah.
24 hours.
There are no set working
Okay.
hours. It's just go for it. So we get that as our yearly, I guess, bonus, if you will. But the problem is every command is different. Not every command has time for you to take leave during the year. So October 1st, if you go over 60 days, or in certain situations like deployment, they can give you all the way up to 90. Right now, I think it's 112 for all of the COVID stuff, because we're not allowed to, But if you go over those days, they call them use or lose days. So essentially, you have to use them before October 1st or you lose them.
So, sorry for being short, but does your stuff roll over?
All the way up to that
Like-
maximum number.
And your maximum number one more time is 90 or
Normally it's 60.
Normally it's 60.
All right, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
2 years. 2 years of leave.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 60 days, 2 months worth of vacation.
Okay.
Case in point, last year,
Yeah.
because I didn't take any leave because I was on recruiting duty,
Right.
I lost 20 days.
And it's not like something that you get paid for.
Nope, it's just gone. I lost 20 days of vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
All depends on the
So
command.
I'll say it again, don't go on recruiting, boys and girls.
Jeez.
I tell all my Marines this, and I will tell you all the same thing. Don't go recruiting.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Noted.
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 And that's probably a check on the bingo card.
Wait, hold on. Yep.
Oh.
Sorry, Greg.
But that segues. That's all right, boyo. That segues into something else. Just kind of updating on. I'm sure kind of meant it to you guys out. We've been talking this last week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm officially done with recruiting.
That's fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge.
Friday was my last day officially of being a recruiter. I earned the ribbon. I kept my rank. Didn't get in trouble.
Amen.
Yeah, right.
That's huge.
So I got 2 out of the 3. But no, I finished recruiting duty. Went to my headquarters on Friday. Finished checking out. Got my orders and everything else, and I'm basically I got cut loose. I don't have to be at my next unit for a month. That's why I'm here. I literally was like, hey, I've got X number of days before I have to be down to my next unit. What do I want to do? Well, I haven't seen mom and dad in 6 months, and I haven't been on, really haven't been on a legitimate vacation in I don't know how long. So, guess what I'm doing? See you guys later. And more specifically, too. So yes, I'm here with my daughter. Zoe and I came out. Zoe had not seen her grandparents in 2 years. So, she's 7 now.
Mm-hmm.
And she hasn't gotten to see them. And so, if I have the means and ability to, it was like, you know what? Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a trip. We'll get out here. Mom and dad. So, you guys know we've talked about this. Mom and dad were up till just last month.
Yeah.
We were living down in Mobile, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I'd never been to that house, and I never will. But they got restationed. They're currently now here in Kentucky, and I had never, it's kind of like coming home. Because, those first few years of when mom and dad were pastors with the Salvation Army, we lived in Louisville. And yes, that is how it's pronounced.
Louisville.
It's very entertaining to try and talk to people that don't understand that, because they'll say Louisville or Louisville or
Louisville.
And I'm like, no, it's in the back. Louisville.
You lay your tongue flat when
Right.
you do it.
So
Louisville. It's
but we're here. Gonna spend a couple days with mom and dad. Go do some fun things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe shoot some guns.
ooh.
Yeah, right. That'd be a blast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe.
Nah.
Dad jokes.
Dad joke for the win. But yeah, no, maybe shoot some guns. Maybe go swimming.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. But more than anything, just I only have one phone, and I don't understand. I don't know if anyone understands that. But I have one phone now.
I also have one phone.
I know, right? Patrick too has
Wait, I got one phone too.
one phone. So for the last 3 years, I've been carrying around 2 phones because I had a government phone.
It's us.
It's Twitchception.
I was about to say
Twitchception.
Twitchception.
It's inside.
Inside.
Inside out.
Hey, what do you think?
What's up, Greg?
Hey.
I think it's okay.
That's good. But
Oh,
or just do one of these.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
What's up?
Wait, hold on.
But no, so it's honestly it's been absolutely amazing to finally be. I don't see you.
I got nothing.
He's trying.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it's been absolutely amazing to kind of finally get to that point and not have any, I don't have any commitments to the Marine Corps, and it's absolutely amazing. Hey, Alex, try that one more time, real quick. Stick your head in the screen. Let's see what happens. There he is. Found him. There he is.
It works.
How'd you do
That was
that?
amazing. It's like magic.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly here.
It's like magic.
Ah,
Magic.
wow.
Uh,
But no, I can't thank my family, boys, gents. I can't thank
Mhm.
for these last years and the
Amen.
support and
Yeah.
just literally keeping my head sane.
Mhm.
I don't think he listens to the podcast, but I will say too, not just mom and dad, but John, if you listen to this thing at all, if you ever do, and I'll send you a thing. But huge shout out to John Campbell, Staff Sergeant Marines,
Mhm.
one of my brothers from another mother, and one of the guys that kept me sane this entire time through this duty. There are a handful of people that I talk to on a almost daily basis or a regular basis. Obviously, the two of you, Dad, Mom, and John. I can't. I literally. I think I talk to John just as much as I talk to you guys, and it's usually for him. It's early in the morning because he lives on the West Coast, and it's him driving to work, and he'll call me, and I can just. Or I'll call him in the middle of the day. I'll usually try and get a hold of him. And there's just times on this duty where I need to rage,
Mm-hmm.
and he was my touchstone, and survived. So, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, it's awesome.
John, from us other two brothers,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you. Because there are times that we couldn't get a hold of him, but you did.
Mhm.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Yeah.
positive notes. Let's. So Patrick, what else up with you?
Well, good times had by all. We are here.
Mm-hmm.
And here.
And here.
And here. We're here for this evening, and then we're heading back tomorrow sometime. So we'll spend a good part of tomorrow here, just with family and spending this time. I'm grateful for our staff and their ability to step up and.
Sorry, I do
So
at least once.
if we're here, we're here.
Right.
Our staff is amazing, and their ability to step up and fill in those gaps, it's beautiful, and so
Mhm.
we're grateful for that. But we're just good, man.
Mhm.
We're doing really, really good. That was mine walking across the floor.
Ah.
Yeah. But we're here. We're drinking bucos of coffee, and
Not
eating
ale 8.
7-layer bars. No L8, man.
Mm.
No, I haven't found it yet. But
Mm.
do you want one of those?
I always go for a late
All
one.
right, then we'll find one so this guy can have one.
I haven't had one in years.
It's the
Mhm.
bluegrass and a green bottle. That's what
Right.
they're calling it. So,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe some grippos. If we can find some grippos,
Oh my
Mm.
god.
that would the piece de resistance. It
Do
would be
they
the.
sell those in Louisville?
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, they sell grippos out this way.
Alright.
Did you just fart?
What was that?
What was that?
I just hit the. output of the desk that my mic is attached to with my elbow.
Was it funny? Because it was pretty funny for us. I mean, we're looking at it going,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
So that's about it for me. I mean, nothing wild and crazy since last week we talked. It's been a relatively good week, and so I'm grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, how about you, old boy, Mr. Mustache Man over there?
Envious.
Master has given Dobby a sock.
We heard, man. Congratulations.
The sock has been received.
The sock has been received. Free.
Dobby is free.
And so, what does that mean for you, homie?
I sent so many memes or gifs.
I know, I saw.
Yeah.
You guys don't know.
Yeah.
We have
The freedom dance.
we
is my
have
favorite.
we have
Mhm.
we have a group chat between the three of us, and we definitely we send a lot of stuff to each other throughout the
Yeah.
day.
Throughout the week.
Yeah, throughout the week. So a lot of times we just send each other messages.
So basically,
Yeah, no.
yeah. So essentially, I talked about last week how it takes a village. Yeah,
Right.
the village provided.
Amen.
Let's go.
It was very weird, right? So I was on leave the week before for my house hunting, which was basically just a little bit of de-stress time while I waited on all this stuff to go through.
Mhm.
And I had sent all this stuff to the chief that was in charge of routing all the packages, and I did that to him the Thursday before. So I told you the council only meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and he was not in the office that Thursday, so my package didn't go up until Tuesday while I was on leave. So,
Chat.
yeah. So package went up, and it apparently got stopped at the XO. And when I came back off of leave that following Monday, so last Monday, the day after we talked, they told me that it was still on the XO's desk, and it had been there since the previous Wednesday.
What?
Yeah. So,
Why would it?
dude, 05s, man. I'm telling you.
I was on his desk for a stinking week, and you
Yep.
haven't heard anything.
I hadn't heard anything.
Sir.
So, well, I went into his
Wow.
office. I have no problem going into those guys' offices. So, I went and talked to him. I was like, "Sir, what's going on?" I did not say that in so many words, unfortunately. And
Sure.
Yeah.
he looked up from his desk and he was like, "Oh, yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while." Well, thanks, sir. So I walked.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No, man. Thank you.
I walked across the hallway to the command master chief's office, and I was like, "CMC, what in the world?" And again, not in so many words. And he was like, I'll look into it. And I left. And I came back the following day, and I talked to that chief's office again. And I'm so envious right now. Yeah. But
Because I love you.
yeah,
Oh.
I talked to
We're good now. So this is why it's good. This is why it's great when we're both together. Continue, Boyle. So you're
Yeah.
talking with CMC.
So I went back to that chief's office, and apparently it was Tuesday, and the guy who's supposed to be there to route all the packages on Tuesdays and Thursdays takes Tuesdays and Thursdays off. So I talked to one of his compatriots. I was like, "Hey, man, what's going on? Where's my stuff?" And he was like, "Oh, let me look in the spreadsheet." And he opens up the spreadsheet and he goes, "Oh yeah, it says accepted by PERS." PERS is short for personnel. They're basically in charge of everybody. If you move or do anything, it goes through them. And it was, approved by them that day. So I went home that night, and mind you, it takes 2 days for approval to come through. So that means that somebody told me something wrong because it was not on the XO's desk. It had already gone through everybody and 2 pers before the week prior. So that Tuesday, when I got my email that says, "Hey, you're free," yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That's
So
awesome.
Dobby is free. Mm-hmm. So I leave on
And
Friday.
we're thrilled for you, man.
Thank you.
This coming Friday?
This coming
Oh,
Friday.
you
Yep.
work on Friday? Like, are they going to give you a cake and be like, see? Or
Um,
what?
I'm gonna get my end of tour awards on Friday. I'm gonna get my transfer eval on Friday, and I'm gonna check myself out of the urinalysis program on Friday.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He actually gets an end tour award.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had one of those.
An end of tour award.
Yeah.
So they give you an attaboy, usually a medal.
Mm-hmm.
Kidding me?
Yeah, for finishing his time at a unit.
Okay. I've had 7
Mm-hmm.
and nothing.
No, it's like, okay, see you later.
Yeah.
Attaboy?
Good on you. Love ya. Mean it.
You keep doing a good job.
Good job.
Yeah. So,
So
I mean, it
so bad.
yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll take pictures in
It
dress
means
uniforms.
something, man. If it's hanging on your chest, it means something, don't it?
Well, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I got a recruiting ribbon, and you don't have one of those.
Oh, shots fired. Shots
Mhm.
fired.
Supreme Court says I can wear whatever ribbon I want.
What?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, stolen valor is no longer a thing, apparently.
What?
Yep. It came down from the Supreme Court that it's labeled under freedom of speech.
No stinking way.
Yep.
There's no way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't have the picture, and I'm not going to pull it up because I don't want to see this Marine beside me go off.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw a picture of an elderly Marine
Mm-hmm.
in his dress uniform,
Yep.
and his chest was probably this full of
Yep.
of everything, of ribbons,
Yep.
beyond, and one of them was a shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I just know Purple Heart because it's
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 very
purple.
it's a Purple Heart.
Yeah.
It's every branch. It's the same across all the branches of service, like a Purple Heart.
So this
It's not unique unit branch to branch.
this Marine had a lot going on,
Mhm.
and I looked at it, and the first thing that went to my head was, "This has got to be fake. This is way too much
Nope.
pomp."
That's-
But
yeah.
so if
Anyway.
I find it again, I'll send it to you in private chat.
Send it. I want
yeah.
to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's a Lance Corporal in that picture too. It's pretty great.
Hey man, there's some of those guys out there. There's a guy got out as a private first class. I think he's passed away since then. But he was his graduation when I was stationed at Paris Island when I was
Mhm.
still with the band. He got out as like a private first class or a lance corporal. He was a Medal of Honor recipient
Mhm.
from Vietnam, and so it's like
Mhm.
medal. The guest of honor for reviewing official for graduation from Paris Island this week is private first class such and such. And that what's cool about it, so like most people don't know, if you are awarded the Medal of Honor, and you're actually sad as this is in this day and age, most of the Medal of Honor recipients,
Posthumous.
they're posthumous.
Mm.
Mhm.
But if you're still alive, and you have the Medal of Honor, or you've been given the Medal of Honor,
Everyone.
everyone, regardless of rank, tradition and decorum dictates that they salute you.
Wow.
So
Mhm.
Wow.
here's this whole ad, and honestly, they deserve every
Yeah. Sure.
amount of respect
Yeah.
for that. But it was just I'd never seen it before. It kind of threw me for a loop. Here we are we're doing morning color ceremony
Sure.
for graduation. So Friday morning, it's 7:45, getting ready to do colors, and the commanding general of the base comes out, Brigadier General Lefebvre. Brigadier General Lefebvre comes down the steps, and here is this gentleman, and mind you, he's got an oxygen tank. He's in a little scooter. Um, he's got his red Marine Corps jacket on and whatever else. But he got out as like a PFC or Lance Corporal,
Mm-hmm.
and the general walks out, walks up, stops, faces him, and renders a salute
Hmm.
to this gentleman. And then, of course, obviously, he returns the salute. But yeah, no, so kind of cool. Fun fact.
Wow. Yeah. No, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's neat.
It
That
doesn't
is
matter
neat.
who, like highest ranking member of the military, the president, still renders the first salute.
Yep.
Neat things.
It's always neat things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're looking at something. What are we looking at?
Yeah. Sound.
Huh?
What about the
We have a
sound?
problem with sound.
What?
No.
Sounds good.
What am I?
No, the last text message I sent. Because you
That
can't,
text.
Oh, okay.
you can't see, so I'm trying to help.
I got you. No, you're fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. So, I mean, we got to get through these things anyway. So.
I mean, true. True.
Whatever. So, Alex is just shrugging really big. I don't know. I think his neck disappeared. I don't know. But so last week, and I love the fact that we're going through these things because it's important. But last week we talked specifically about what we remember growing up in the summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny and fascinating to me to hear of your stories because come the time Louisville rolled around,
Mm-hmm.
I only did 3 years of high school in Louisville, started my freshman year of college, and you guys moved.
Mm-hmm.
You went to Owensboro. And so hearing that and trying to put everything together and hearing what you guys did when I was working at camp or I was one summer I actually worked at the Boys and Girls Club that mom and dad were in charge of in Louisville. And that was again, you guys were off doing your thing. You weren't at the club, right?
Mm-hmm. Occasionally.
You guys were occasionally, but you weren't there like every single day.
Nah.
No, because I think by that point, if I remember correctly, I can't remember how old were we at that point.
So my first year I was so it was that was my
That'd be your sophomore year. You were 10th, like you started because by then you're in 10th grade.
I can still hear you.
So-
Hang on a second. I'll be right back.
So you
Yeah.
would have been 15.
So I was 15 when I worked at camp the first time.
Yep.
And met my wife. And then sophomore year, I went to Fairdale.
And then your junior.
And then that summer, I went back to camp and washed dishes at summer camp at Camp Paradise Valley. I washed dishes. So my kids were blown away. They were like, "You got hired at 15 to be a counselor?" And right now, all of that is
That still makes me laugh.
it doesn't work.
That doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work because you have to be 18 or older to be a counselor because of an adult and safe from harm standards and all of that. It's all smart. It's all important. And it's what it needs to be.
ACA.
But back in the day when I was 15 years old, I got hired to be a counselor to fill in the rest of the summer. So went to my sophomore year of high school. The summer in between sophomore and junior year, I went back to Camp Paradise Valley, got hired as a dishwasher, and washed dishes the entire summer. Went to this thing that the Salvation Army does called TMI, which is Territorial Music Institute.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Texas at the time, and it's like an 11-day, I think, a 10 or 11-day. It's huge. It's
2
longer
weeks.
than a week.
It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from start to finish.
A music institute. So I went down there to play my horn. And then did my junior year, started at Fairdale, and then got transferred to manual to the Y-Pass program. That summer, between my junior and senior year, I worked for mom and dad at the Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was the gym director, quote unquote, the gym director at the Boys and Girls Club. So it was my job to facilitate kickball and tag and basketball and everything else. I got really good at shooting free throws that summer. Then did my senior year at Manual Y-Pass. And that summer, I got hired on to go back to Camp Paradise Valley as a counselor slash teacher for the music conservatory, a 4-week music conservatory that happens every summer, except for this one. Every summer at camp for upcoming musicians. And so I was a counselor for the boys. I had the older guys.
You had the older kids.
I had the older boys.
You weren't my counselor. That'd have been really weird.
Probably a good.
Yeah, thank God. That'd have been really bad.
But I was a counselor that summer. Got to experience, fell in love with my wife all over again. And then went to University of Louisville that my freshman year. Flunked out because I was not mature enough for self-driven school. Didn't go to class. And then that following summer, I worked for mom and dad again as the gym director of their summer day camp in Owensboro. And then the summer after that, I got married, and the rest is
history.
And then you went
owned by the Salvation Army. So, so my working responsibilities during the summer started at camp, went through 2 different Boys and Girls Clubs, quote unquote, and a music conservatory.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't change any of that whatsoever. Like I grew up quickly understanding who I was, responsibility of work, and I thought I did a pretty good job. I never got fired. Can either of you two claim that?
Yeah.
Alex?
Yes.
I don't remember. I don't know. I never got fired. I finished out the summer.
Sweet.
Now I did leave. So Alex and I both did this. So I only went to TMI 1 year.
Never again.
Really?
Yeah.
And where did you go?
Heart of Hills.
Heart o' Hills.
You went to the AOK.
I went to Oklahoma. Alex and I went to Oklahoma.
All of mine as a delegate were in Hoblazo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got fired from band once. I got fired from band once.
Whose band?
Major McDonald.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. He didn't like you.
No. He told me I could leave, so I did. Sorry.
I don't want to be here. Okay, see you later. Yeah, no, we both. I remember that actually. Did he throw anything at you?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember him chucking something.
It was a baton.
I'll say pretty sure he threw a baton at you.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
He chunked a baton at him. We didn't have there were a couple of those moments like.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, some of it was, not gonna lie, both of us were a little full of ourselves, for lack of better words.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a couple of those moments. But no, definitely.
He kept rehearsing the same passage over and over and over again. I didn't have a part during that, so I was reading.
Okay.
And that was
He's
it.
still on McDonald.
Yeah.
He didn't like the fact that he was reading during rehearsal.
But Alex, you're always reading. I'm surprised you're not reading right now.
What do you think's up on my phone?
Yeah. The bingo card?
No, that's in the book.
Oh, it's in the book.
Now, mind you too. I also remember Alex when we were in high school in the band. There'd be times where in rehearsal, it's at high school that we weren't doing anything,
Sure.
or at least the percussionist in the back weren't. Our band director, Mr. Rolby, was working, you know, the wind section for one thing or another. These boys had their Game Boys,
Mm-hmm.
like, and they were not, and not just had their Game Boys, they had Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Were you tethered?
They were tethered
Yeah.
in the back of the classroom, and I still remember this day. I remember turning around and being like, they've got all their Game Boys hooked up together,
Oh,
and they were
my
playing like
goodness.
Pokemon battles and whatnot because they had nothing else to do. And rehearsal was like,
Mm-hmm.
percussion's just kind of chilling today. But yeah, no, yeah, we had some interesting experiences with the band. But no, so for me, for summer, um, I remember that, and I'm trying to remember how old we were, Alex. But I'm pretty sure maybe that first summer we were at when we were living in Louisville. That
Mhm.
first summer
Mhm.
we were at the core.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not like part of the youth, like the day program during the day. Um, but I remember it because we would do,
Whatever.
yeah, like we went swimming.
Mhm.
We went the day of the pool
Oh, with the Boys and Girls
with
Club
the Boys and
kids.
Girls
Mm-hmm.
Club.
Got it.
We
Got it.
went to the pool with them. We definitely went to camp a couple times.
Mm-hmm. The Sega Genesis was hooked up to a TV in Mom's office.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we had one of the consoles set up in the office. So a lot of time we were hanging in there, and then we would like go into the Boys and Girls Club, and we play in the gym or whatever. But for the
Ping
most,
pong or pool or
yeah,
whatnot.
but for the most part,
Foosball.
Alex and I are like
Foosball.
Alex and I were thick as thieves, and just kind of attached to we were attached together at the hip.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
My baby ain't playing no foosball.
Yep.
no football. But all right, so that was Louisville, and then I think we got a little bit older. When we were a little bit older while we were there, then we would stay at home.
Mhm.
Mom, dad, and us like
Not to burn the house
not to
down or
burn the house
pink
down.
Power Rangers.
Well, we still managed to do that, but we did stay at home uh, a little bit, and then mom and dad would come check on us throughout the day, because it wasn't far from the core.
Mm-mm.
By the time we moved, so we moved to Owensboro. So Owensboro was like the rest of my seventh grade, eighth grade, rest of seventh, eighth, and then ninth grade.
Yeah,
I
'cause
did my freshman year in Owensboro.
you guys moved in the middle
Mm-hmm.
of the year.
Yep.
You had a
Mhm.
January move here.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
We did half our year in there, and then we moved to Owensboro. And
Yeah.
I remember Owensboro because, and again, like when I got to Owensboro, so yeah, I did marching band, and because I go to TMI,
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
so
got it.
the first year that I was old enough to go to TMI, I didn't go
Mm-hmm.
because I was in
You're
marching. I
marching
was
at
in marching band. I was in marching band. I had to go to.
Owensboro
We had
High
to go to
School.
band. Yeah, we had to go to band camp for Owensboro.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We
so that was
missed
the last. What's up?
we missed band camp in Gwinnett.
Well, and that's the thing. So here's the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
So I did my freshman year in Owensboro. Alex did his eighth grade year,
Mm.
and then we moved that summer. Well, that was the first summer. Uh, that was the first summer I worked at camp. So mom and dad
In Georgia.
in Georgia. That was the
Nice.
first. So Georgia, I never worked at CPV. I never worked at Paradise Valley. I only worked in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so when we moved down there, that first summer, we didn't really know anything about the band. We didn't even like the marching band for the high school. We didn't even know where we were gonna
Go
live.
to school. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, live.
you know,
Yeah, that's right.
mom
Yeah.
Because
and
you
dad,
were transitioning houses as
mom and
well.
dad, mom and dad were got permission to move. Purchase new quarters.
We actually
So yeah,
went to the rival high school first.
yeah, we were
Wow.
initially we were supposed to go to Duluth, and
Huh.
then we ended up moving to Peachtree Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so we ended up, as funny as it was, because we weren't in the band, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't know it was a marching band. Alex and I went to, Alex and I went to TMI that summer.
No kidding.
So that was the only summer that we did that. And then when we got back,
Never again.
we found out, huh?
Alex said never again.
Never again.
Well, I actually got in trouble that year. That was kind of entertaining
at
at TMI.
at TMI.
Yeah, well, we got like basically so like while we were there at Heart of Hills, they're like, hey, because we get free time, right? And it's camp is like over. It's like the end of the season for the camp that hosts the Territorial Music Institute. The camp season's over, so it's like the end of the year. They kind of have a skeleton crew that takes care of because all the counselors come from they're brought on for TMI and
Right.
everything else. Well, they're like, hey, do you guys want to go? One of the kids that was from Heart of Hills was like, hey, let's go canoeing because you can canoe there. So we did. We got they arranged it. We thought like, yeah, no, like we're gonna go canoeing during our like couple hours of free time.
Right.
Yeah, except the canoe trip took way longer than a couple hours. So we missed like all of our afternoon rehearsals.
Oh.
And we got back, and there were several people that were not very happy with us. Like, where were you? What happened? Like, doing? We had a good time. Oops. But yeah, so that was kind of the thing, and then of course we got to our new high school and we found out that they did in fact have a marching band, and that the school season they had already started, and they had already written the drill for the year, or most part of the drill. So I actually played bass guitar.
Your sophomore year?
My sophomore
No
year, yeah,
way.
I was
Huh.
playing bass guitar, playing the tuba part bass guitar in in the marching band,
Amazing.
standing on the sidelines.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
And then they hadn't finished writing the drill for like the last one or two songs. So
Mhm.
I played bass guitar for the first half of the marching band show, and then I put my tuba on and I jumped into the band and actually
What?
marched the second half.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
So that was pretty gnarly. Alex just managed to get a spot on the percussion line, if I'm not mistaken. You took someone's spot.
Yeah, that dude sucked.
Tell
So
us how you really feel,
they're
Alex.
just like here you go.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty
so
much what happened. So
so we did that, and then junior year. So between sophomore and junior year, I was a lifeguard.
Between sophomore and junior?
Yeah,
Okay.
mhm.
yeah. So
At Grandview?
yep, Grandview was a lifeguard sophomore and junior and senior year I was a lifeguard, and then the summer after I graduated, I was a lifeguard.
Mhm.
Um, and actually, I think I was the head lifeguard.
You
If
were
I'm
in
not mistaken.
fact.
Yeah, I was a head lifeguard. Yay me!
Ooh,
Yeah,
hot
yeah.
stuff.
Got an
Mhm.
extra like $25 a month,
Oh,
a paycheck. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, no. So I was the head lifeguard. I was a head lifeguard my last summer, and then I left for the Marine Corps. So, but yeah, so I had 3 summers that I worked as a as or 4 summers.
It was 4 because I worked 4.
Sophomore, yeah, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and then after my senior year, yeah. So I worked 4 summers at camp, and then yeah, that was
Mhm.
my
were those your only jobs before service
No.
yeah.
besides
Well,
bell ringer?
I never worked a traditional, like I know you worked in Target, Patrick.
Right.
No, I never did anything. I all of my jobs growing up, worked for the Salvation Army,
And then you join the
or
Marines.
or working for mom and dad doing something.
Wow.
So
I worked retail.
I mean, I only have one outside of Army job before Army. Alex?
Same.
One?
Yeah.
So that's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yep.
Sorry, man.
Getting hourly at the Books a Million. All right.
Oh, baby. Yo.
That was the best job
You
ever,
turn
though,
around.
dude.
Well, of course, because you're a reader, man.
Yep.
That's all you did.
Literally, I would go and pull a book off the shelf and have it behind the cafe with me, and I would stand not behind the register, but next to the register, and I would read my book so I could see if a customer walked up. If a customer walked up, I'd put a napkin in the spot as a book holder, lay it back down, walk over. What can I do for you today? Oh,
I
cool,
think I've
thanks.
borrowed a couple of those books and
Mhm.
found napkins
Mhm.
stuck in them.
Oh.
So
I bought some of them, so
I know,
yeah.
I know, and I still had napkins from what was it, Joe Muggs,
Joe Muggs.
Ugly Muggs, Mugs,
Joe
Joe
Muggs,
Muggs.
Joe
Muggs,
Muggs
Yeah.
coffee.
Joe Muggs.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you worked at that bookstore, Boyo, during the summer. The thing I remember most is Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You bought books for. I mean, we still buy books for each other.
Sure.
Yeah.
That obviously has not changed.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was the first time. I don't even know if I still have my copy. I think I do. It's at the house in San Diego. I need to get it. But this kid, for kicks and giggles, bought me a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook.
No way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ordered it online, like through their, because they don't carry it in the store.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You have to order it. So I definitely had a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook as a kid,
That's insane.
and never did anything with it other than read it and got a kick out of it. It's honestly it's a fascinating, like, at the time reading it, it was like, well, this is kind of neat. Like, I'm never going to do any of these because I'm pretty sure half of them will kill me.
Right.
But then as I became an adult and read it again and actually like did some research and kind of understood, it's actually really cool. It's like a insight into the mind of, I think the guy that wrote it, I think he was like 15, 16 years old when he wrote the book.
Whoa.
Yeah, he wasn't that old. And it was literally like his mindset of like, hey, this is what you can do, kind of thing. Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, half the recipes though, like, don't try making gun cotton. Yes, gun cotton does exist in the book, and the recipe is actually flawed. It's, if you try to do it, you'll probably die.
Wow.
So don't do it, kids.
Don't do it.
It's like not going on recruiting.
And we've come full circle.
And we've come full circle.
Yes.
And there's another one checked off.
Alex is checking, and I'm checking as well.
Yes.
Sorry, I kind of led into that one. So I don't know if that counts.
He said it. It counts.
I said it counts.
Whoop, got it.
But no.
See, this isn't fair though, because there are a couple boxes that aren't going to work.
Mhm.
Because number one, that guy,
Yeah.
Yoshi's not here,
Mm-hmm.
No.
and that guy, Frank and Beans, isn't here,
Mm-mm.
and so
Well,
I'm just sorry out of luck.
No.
I've got some, like, Greg looks like a dismembered head. So
No, he's look.
Yeah?
He's
he's
all here.
all here, so that'll never work.
All in
Yeah.
his glory.
Mhm.
Oh, and he's over here
Yeah.
too. Oh,
Actually, that's kind of cool. I mean, like, now I'm doing really well.
yeah. Careful, you'll pee.
Uh,
Is that what happened, Mom? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No,
Love
nothing.
you.
Love you, Mom.
you.
God.
uh, Alex, what about your jobs, man? Anything fun,
Well,
or was it kind of rinse and repeat with Greg?
I mean, it was kind of the same stuff. You know, I keep saying never again for TMI because I don't know, never again.
Was it just a bad experience for you?
Well, when you're in the top band but the lowest chorus, never again.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Got
remember
it.
that. So yeah, so both. Well, actually, were you in the top band or the second to
No,
top?
I was in Lanier. Yeah, it's not a fun story. So
Very well then.
yeah, but essentially, I had another conductor that got mad at me. So yeah,
That didn't go over very well either.
no, but I mean, Dick Holtz really stood up for me. So I'll take that. That dude's amazing. Um,
That was interesting.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
what
Sorry.
for
His
what?
phone is. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, but no. So like I got
Phone rings.
major backup from people, and that opened the doors for me for learning stuff from different individuals. Got me under the tutelage of Bill D. Moranville. I seriously miss that dude. He was an amazing person. He he was mean, which is awesome. But he's actually one of the other reasons, other than Greg, why Navy was a good choice for me. That dude, straight out of high school, joined the Navy for 4 years to see the world, and it took a lot to get stories out of him because he literally would just show up and he was that much of a professional that he just wanted to play. But he taught me a lot of stuff, and he has probably forgotten more things about playing percussion instruments than I will ever know in my entire lifetime. But
Wow.
that failure at TMI wouldn't have happened, or if it didn't happen, I wouldn't have been underneath him. So, very thankful for that. But then it was a lot of lifeguarding, a lot of lifeguarding.
Yeah, we
Um,
did. We lifeguarded.
Like I did 4 years, and then I was Greg's assistant head lifeguard, which doesn't mean anything. Um,
You didn't get 25 extra bucks a month
no,
or
I,
week?
I had nothing. It just meant that Greg
Oh.
was in charge of the pool and I was in charge of the lake. So that was kind of fun.
Oh.
So whenever the Sunbeams wanted to go out on the pontoon boat, I got to take them down there and drive out with them. So that was
And then
fun.
the boat broke down.
Yeah.
Those are bunny ears. You couldn't see it on this side. There you go.
Oh
Bunny
yeah.
ears.
Broke down.
Yeah.
Broke down.
Broke
Yeah.
down, and
Then they got it working, and they drove away with me hanging on to the bottom underneath it, in between the pontoons. Yeah, that was fun. So, sorry, Dad.
You could have been fish bait.
Yep.
Ooh-ha.
Hoo ha ha.
shark bait.
Yeah.
Ooh-ha.
But that's actually opened a lot of doors for me too, military-wise. Having all of that, like the basic life-saving CPR stuff, because
Oh, absolutely.
that's allowed me to do a whole bunch of stuff here. And that coupled with the blood drive got me my EMT level 2 stuff. So, I mean, that's fun. But I've lifeguarded at Grandview. I've lifeguarded at Happy Valley, Mom and Dad's camp in Charleston,
Oh, right.
and
Right.
at Tomahawk. So I've done 3 different pools.
How did you end up lifeguarding at Tomahawk?
So when we moved after my senior year, and we came up to Charleston, we came up around after the summertime. So I finished up my last year at Grandview as the head lifeguard with that $20 extra a week.
Ooh, hot stuff.
25. 25. It's like 25.
Yeah, maybe for you. So
Thanks, jerk.
yeah, hey, you got 25, I got 20. Leave me alone. Anyway, so we went.
Point taken.
We finished up the summer there with Major Reefer, and came up to Charleston, and I started looking for jobs and all sorts of stuff because I didn't want to just be living with Mom and Dad and not doing anything. And found the job at Ed Bam, worked at Books A Million for roughly about a year and a half, on and off. Sometimes things worked out, sometimes didn't. It all depends. Never got fired. never got fired, but they had a couple like major managerial shifts, and the new people that they brought in, I wasn't having it. So I was like, yeah, this is my 2 weeks. And then I ended up going back because that place was just awesome to work at. But while I was up there, I ended up at the beginning, or like the end of the summer when I came up, they were still doing camp up there. They had a different season than we did, essentially. And I ended up helping out with a couple of different things like family camp and older adult camp, and actually got offered a job there to come and work for them next summer, and ended up not doing that. But I lifeguarded there for older adult, for family camp, and then I
Those look
basically,
lifeguard for too.
Why? Because
yeah,
they don't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, they
The
just
older
kind of
adults, they just float.
they just kind of tootle around.
essentially. So that was a
Yeah.
lot of fun though. Like I really
Oh
liked their
gosh.
pool. There was a whole bunch of cool stuff in there, so that was kind of neat.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I haven't swum in it yet, but it's pretty neat.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Better than Grandview's.
Yes, they have
Oh,
like slides and stuff, man.
It's smaller though.
okay.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't have the beach. Well, it does have a beach entry, but it doesn't have the L cut.
mm-mm.
Right.
But they do have like
And no
slides
diving
and
board.
stuff.
Right.
No diving board.
No diving
No,
board.
it's fantastic, dude. You don't have to worry about spinal injury. It's pretty great. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I did all of that stuff, and then I got into the delayed entry program for the Navy in February of 2008, and ended up quitting Books a Million because I was in the delayed entry program. I had to get ready. Ended up spending a lot of
Right.
time with mom and dad up at the camp. Dad loves to tell the story of me making me tread water and tell him my general orders because those were things I needed to know before I went to boot camp.
Sure.
So that was fun. But then I still had a lot of downtime, so I went back to Books a Million for a couple months, and then yeah,
How many times did you work there? 3?
3.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Dude, your SF-86 had to have been hilariously fun to do.
oh, it was
Your
great.
recruiter must have hated you.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Please enter
So
all amounts of time that you worked at this store.
yep. So
This to this. This to this.
well, my recruiter was also a nuke, so he's all about that, I guess. I don't know.
Got it.
But I did all of that stuff, and then I went in August of 2008 and went through boot, which was, I was expecting to be a lot worse than it actually was. Hearing horror stories from Greg, I was like, this is going to be terrible. This is going to, like, it's going to be the worst thing ever.
My count? Yes.
Yeah.
You were
I,
in a band in basic training for the Navy, boyo. What do you expect?
yeah.
You were playing graduations while going through boot camp.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like this is a whole nother discussion. Like, let's not get into this tonight.
Are you
please.
sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
don't need to start this because
We can save
I
it later.
could go on and on and on.
Suffice to say, it was good. I had fun. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Boot camp's not supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Says the Marine.
Yeah. It was pretty great.
Boot camp's hard.
Boot is hell.
Heck.
It's easy.
Family show.
It's the bad place.
It's a bad place.
Mhm.
Family show.
So,
Family show.
yeah. I don't know. We made it fun. So,
Well, good.
yeah. But then, I started all this stuff, and, here I am. So, yeah. Don't really want to change
Yes.
it.
Man, I will say though, there were some of those summers, and I know we didn't really get too deep into some of those stories, but fun times I had during.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure, one of them that really sticks in my mind, because Passover falls. When was Passover? Was Passover? I have to look.
Around November. Yeah.
No, Passover not in November.
Alex.
Passover is
No,
in
baby sleeping.
Passover. Passover is in the spring because it falls around Easter. Um, but no, I think of it because it comes. There was a period of time we had. I think it was actually it maybe in spring break, and that maybe that's why I'm getting confused about it. But I think of that, going to visit you in Louisville when
Mm,
you were still living there. You were living with the Kellys at the time.
I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we had a Passover Seder one night at the house. And that
Yeah.
was the first time I had matzo ball soup
Yeah. With the Kellys. Yeah, they
with
were
the
very good
Kellys.
about that.
It was a good time. But anyway, uh, but I remember those when it came to summers though, man, we were always up to something. Whether it was yeah, we played video games, but it was swimming. It was swimming at across the street with the Allens when Alex and I were living in Louisville,
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
or it was going to camp. Man,
yeah.
we did so much. Like, I think Alex and I, there was a period of time where Alex and I, because I remember too, Alex. I know you remember this. Um, there were times where mom and dad were on staff,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no one to watch us. So we just went to camp
Mm-hmm.
with them as campers. And the one I remember, and I think if I remember correctly, dad promised we would never have to go again.
Really?
Yeah,
Boys and Girls
we
Club.
went. We went to Boys and Girls.
When
I remember working.
Jamie and J.P. Spalding were the head counselors.
Jamie.
Jamie Spalding.
Oh, and Jamie and Jay. Got it. Well, he
Yeah.
doesn't go by JP anymore. He goes by Jay.
Oh,
Jay Spalding.
So when you said
apologies.
JP, I was thinking, no, you're fine. When you said JP, though, I was thinking of my
Mm-hmm.
past course art adventure.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, we were at camp. We were at camp that week,
mm,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember that was the most horrible
a lot of
experience.
fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible experience.
Greg and I can sleep through anything, apparently.
Yeah, yeah, no. So like our cabin, they were so loud and rowdy. Um, Jay came into the cabin
Mm-hmm.
that night and apparently was like lights on the whole night, like yelling, just like berating, like the kids got in trouble, like
Mm,
the whole cabin got in trouble. And I remember this because they had to go and clean. They had to go and clean the what is that building over there?
Hilltop.
Yeah, Hilltop, the Fellowship Hall. They had to clean it because they had the carnival the night prior.
oh.
So they had to,
Oh.
yeah. So it was a mess, and so
Yikes.
the cabin had to go and clean it. And I remember it because, and Alex and I both were like, "Why are we in trouble? Like, like what happened?" And we were both just so confused.
Mm-hmm. Well, there were four
Like
of us that were left in that cabin that night because all four of us apparently had slept through all of it.
oh, that's right. I don't remember who the other two guys were,
Mm-hmm.
but we were I sleep like the dead. You
Wow.
don't
Mm-hmm.
wake me up. And if you do wake me up, I'm probably swinging. Um, but
Noted.
yeah, noted. Yeah, keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but no, they're like, yeah, no, the cabin's in trouble. Like they did this, that, and the other, and like we were out and like they had to go out that night, and like I think they made them run the hill, like trying to like wear them out so they go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the entire next day, they were all on trash detail.
Yeah,
So,
and it was just like, but yeah, no. So they're trying to punish us, and like I remember that like all of us were like,
what?
no, what, what even happened? I'm so confused.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is stupid. So yeah, no, it was pretty trippy. I'll never forget that. Never again.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy times.
Yeah, man.
I love summer. I love camp. I love hearing about these because, again, I didn't experience most of these things that you guys are talking about because I was already gone. So hearing about it like that is pretty awesome,
It's
and
fun.
and I appreciate it. So, fellas, thank you.
It was
Mm-hmm.
so much fun.
And I'm with you, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't change anything. Would not change anything.
No, it's been pretty fantastic.
Amen.
It's been
Where are
absolutely
we?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Consulting.
I'm going to the dad joke.
All right,
Yeah.
gotta get one good one out.
Yep. That's all I need is one. Oh, did y'all see that Regis Philbin passed away?
I did.
Yeah. At
Oh
88.
man.
Yep. Very sad.
Mm-hmm.
I heard one the other day that
Patrick found a funny one.
What do you call a dog that does magic?
I don't know.
A labracadabrador.
this is a good one.
Alex doesn't have it. I wonder what my parents did to fight boredom before the internet. I asked my 18 brothers and sisters, and they don't know either.
Oh gosh.
Family
That's
shit.
wrong. Mm.
I like telling dad jokes.
Yeah.
Sometimes he laughs. Oh, I need one more. Alex, you got one?
I got all sorts of stuff pulled up and not a single dad joke.
Aww.
Nothing's.
Well, I
My
got
wife says I'm addicted to auctions, but she's wrong. I actually stopped after going once, going twice.
twice. Sold.
So glad to know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Alex. You got one of those things,
Well, thanks.
don't you? Of the moments of disappointment or the
I mean,
moments of understanding.
so summary of mishaps, I believe, is the word you're looking for.
That's right. That's
Yep.
what I was looking.
And ooh, that's not it. That is also not it.
Suspected someone has been adding soil to my plastic.
There we go. So let's see. We're gonna go. We'll go with winter sports mishaps.
Winter sports mishaps. Okay,
Winter
I'm ready.
sports mishaps. So let's see. Sailor was snowboarding at a local ski area. He had been snowboarding before, but not recently. In an apparent attempt to assess his skill level, he headed for the, quote, terrain park, which is designed for total, quote, sick snowboarding, or
Sick.
rad for the over 40 crowd.
Ah.
The sailor headed straight for the massive jump, and his non-sick performance ended with a landing on his left arm, followed by immediate pain. He continued to the bottom and then to the hospital, where an x-ray revealed a fracture of his upper arm. One lost workday and 58 days on light duty later, he probably realized why snowboarding is a sport and not a pastime. Know your limits, shipmates.
Know your limits.
Mm-hmm.
Good word.
I think so. Yeah, I'll stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
One more, real quick.
You got it.
My wife screamed in pain during labor, so I asked, "What's wrong?" She screamed, "These contractions are going to kill me." "I'm sorry, honey," I replied. "What is wrong?"
Oh, that's glorious.
That's
That's
All
so
right.
good.
Well, along childbirth, they say childbirth is the most painful thing someone can experience. Maybe I was too young to remember, but I don't think it hurt that much.
Mm. Oh, that's wrong.
That's what he says. Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, that's a
Alright.
good response from the most recent daddy of the group. So
Hmm.
just smile and wave, boys.
Again, people, you need the visual. Wait. Oh, yep. Now they're on each other's screens. All right. Hold on.
It's like.
Doesn't work.
I'm in two places at once. Watch. Ah.
Oh, it works. It works. It works.
It's like hello.
Oh, I love it.
Whip it good.
You must whip it.
No, the best part would be if we both did it at the same time. So like I
Ready?
lean that way, then you lean this way.
That's how you
So
hit
it's
each other in the
like,
head.
no, not in the head. All right, you lean this way. Ready? Lean this way. Good, and then back, and then back, back, height, 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 height. Okay.
Oh, that's
Got
so
it.
wrong.
Right? It's fun.
All right. So for those who are only hearing audio, I am so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But this is fun. Okay.
The joys of
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging on with us. This has been another long one, but it's been a good one for us. We have laughed so hard tonight.
My cheeks hurt.
And yeah. They hurt. I got more lines than both of you put together. Told you.
Patrick and Al. And Alex is like.
That's awesome. Well, this is episode 32. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We are your brothers in arms. You can catch us live on twitch.tv/brothers in arms. You can also check us out on Twitter at your BIA podcast. You can find us on YouTube. All of these will be uploaded to YouTube at Brothers in Arms Podcast. If you really want to send us a Gmail, we'd love to hear your stuff. I believe that's your Brothers in Arms Podcast as well at gmail.com. And again, sorry for being late tonight, but you know what? I don't think anybody was on Twitch with us tonight. Did anybody join us?
No.
No. So whatever. Enjoy this at your leisure. We love you guys. Thank you again so much for hanging out with us. I'm Patrick.
I'm Greg.
And I'm the one that's not there.
What?
He's not here with us.
Oh,
Wait, hold
I
on.
know.
Wait.
Alex.
Yeah, that's Alex.
Yep.
We're your brothers in arms. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Have a wonderful talk. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.